Hey everybody, it's Mark again, and I've got videos showing different clocks throughout different videos that I've made, but I'm in the process of wanting to sell all my clocks, or at least most of them. So this video is going to be a video showing you a lot of my clocks. It's not going to show you all of my clocks, but it's going to show you a lot of my clocks. And I will point out the ones that aren't for sale. So kick back, relax, and I hope y'all enjoy this video. And if you see a clock that you like, send me a message on Facebook. My current profile picture has got to do with 9/11. So, and then we'll discuss price. So starting in my kitchen, this is a huge Fox and Grapes cuckoo clock that I have listed on Marketplace. It's antique shield clock. This is an antique Black Boar's clock. This is an antique Black Boar's clock. Another antique shield clock. Another antique shield clock. Schmeckenbecker cuckoo clock. 8-day cuckoo clock. Another 8-day after the hunt cuckoo clock. A 1-day musical cuckoo clock. Another 1-day musical cuckoo clock. A Schmeckenbecker Hoffenbras clock. Another 1-day musical cuckoo clock. And I've got clocks on my test stands. I've got a late 1800s French Morber clock, and it has a decorative pendulum, and unfortunately the part that this is the part that goes on the pendulum. These pendulums are cheaply made, they're cheaply thin, but the kids are supposed to rock back and forth on the teeter-totter as the clock ticks. I have a French baker's clock here, another French clock here. They were both made in the late 1800s. I've got these novelty clocks here. This is a double Busey clock, time and strike. And you don't see that many double Busey clocks for sale. This is a clock that when you pull this string, the music plays and the light comes on. It's called a Dalai Lama clock, if I'm pronouncing that right. There's a Seiko Melodies in Motion clock. The dial rotates, music plays. I have a few shield clocks. This one is a shield clock, but somebody put a battery movement in it. Another shield clock. Musical 1-day cuckoo clock. One's very similar to this, just sold on GW for $202 plus shipping. This is an Australian quarter-hour cuckoo clock. Every 15 minutes, it cuckoos one time. At least it's supposed to. It was made in Austria. Very simple to work on. This is a Dutch 1-day, 1-chain Zamdam clock. There's a postman's clock. There's another Dutch clock right here that has the moon dial on it. It's an 8-day clock. Every one of these clocks that I'm showing you so far are for sale. Schmeckenbecker's musical clock. There's a Popo musical cuckoo clock. There's an 8-day before the hunt clock, a shield clock, some more novelty clocks. This is an antique cuckoo clock. It's one that I keep running in my bedroom. Another antique cuckoo clock. This is a Herbert Hur shelf cuckoo clock. The Owl Clock with the Moving Eyes by Popo. A Schmeckenbecker musical cuckoo clock. Another Popo cuckoo clock. A Mikan cuckoo clock that when it ticks, the birds go up and down. Again, all these clocks that I'm showing you are for sale. Before I sell them to you, I will make sure they're ticking away. This is a Johan's baker's clock. A German Westminster clock. There's an antique black slate clock. I've got other cuckoo clocks in my bathroom that I have to work on. And I've got shield clocks here that I have to work on. Another French clock. Here's a Waterbury ship's bell clock, antique. Another 8-day musical cuckoo clock that has the bell ringer on it. Another 8-day American cuckoo clock. This is by the New England Clock Company. It's an 8-day clock. This clock right here is a Sonora. I'm not saying that right. Anyway, it's a special clock. It's an expensive clock. There's one like it on a YouTube channel, but it has a wooden plate, wooden dial movement. This is a porcelain plate, porcelain dial movement. It's not the original pendulum. It didn't come with original pendulum. Another Wuba, a Dutch clock. We have a St. Thomas 5-bell Sonora clock. Another St. Thomas clock. This is an Antonio clock with movable Burge assembly, a Brocat Burge assembly. It has a bird dog on it. It's the only one I've ever seen like it, and it does work. (1900s) French clock, a few St. Thomas clocks. This is a Japanese clock. There's an Italian clock. Torsion clock. This is a my mind's gone blank. But here's a Septima Sonora bell system, but it's on rods versus bells. A GK antique cuckoo clock, railroad style. This is I want to say a parlor clock. It has the barometer and thermometer, which is rare. And this is a picture of the clock from the people that I bought it off of. It's got an alarm system on it. We got clocks up there. Got that clock there. This antique clock is not for sale. This antique clock is not for sale. That antique clock is not for sale. And this antique grandfather clock is not for sale. But I have two granddaughter clocks right there. German regulator clock. Septima's banjo clock. It's got a cracked dial. This is a French clock with candelabras for sale. We got clocks up there that are for sale. This is antique shield clock. I'm not for sure whether I want to sell it or not. That clock is not for sale. It's my biggest cuckoo clock I have. It's made by my mind is at a blank tonight. Don't know why. Alexander Bleeg is who made it. More clocks for sale. I've got clocks on this bed that are eventually going to be for sale. But more clocks for sale. Another antique Black Forest clock. I've got an antique Black Forest clock in there. Sorry, it's right here. I haven't got to it yet. I got this antique picture right here that's for sale. Look at the frame on this thing. This thing is beautiful. More clocks for sale. Torsion clocks that are for sale. Like I said, if you're interested in any of the clocks that I'm showing you that I say are for sale, send me a message. Calendar clock, time only. I've got clocks over there. There's another Wuba clock. I believe that's a triple chime clock. I don't remember. But I've got clocks all over the place. Like I said, I've got clocks all over the place. There's clocks in these boxes. More clocks. That's not for sale. Another clock. This is a dual pendulum clock. It's a 30-hour clock. It takes a man and a woman, but they're hard to find. So I made those. A Smeckenbecker cuckoo quail clock. This the clock I'm working on. I'll take another video, another clock for sale. It has a topper. Another clock for sale, cuckoo with the movable eyes. Another clock for sale. And I've got clocks in here also that I need to work on that will eventually be for sale. Another antique clock that will be for sale. I've got another antique clock here that will be for sale. But again, I've got a lot of work to do. If you've seen a clock that you're interested in, please let me know. And leave me comments. May God bless.